Alexa, who you gonna call?
Someone who knows how to make a Ghostbusters film.
Let's review Ghostbusters Afterlife. Hi everyone, Big Pauly back with a brand new movie review. Yesterday I had the opportunity to go and see the new Ghostbusters film, Ghostbusters Afterlife, directed by Jason Reitman, the son of Ivan Reitman. Yes, Papa Bowman came along with me, which was unheard of because he doesn't usually like anything other than Tom Cruise or, Mission Impossible or Bond. So that was quite a surprise. And he stayed awake as well. So is Ghostbusters Afterlife any better than the 2016 all-female version? Does that really exist anymore? I don't think so. Yes, Ghostbusters Afterlife is a breath of fresh air, bringing back all the things that we are familiar with from the Ghost Trap. We've got the good old Ecto-1, the ghosts themselves, the streams, and just loads of other stuff that is back from the original film. Without going into any spoiler territory, we do get some familiar sights and sounds, some familiar characters in the film, and it is a love letter to the 80s. So Ghostbusters Afterlife is about this family that get evicted from their apartment and they end up going out into the middle of nowhere where they've inherited this crappy old house that's barely standing. But the question is, who used to own this house and what secrets are lurking within? So it's not long before they discover some very familiar gadgets in this old house, and in the adjacent barn. A lot of the film is set in this small American town, Somerville, where we also meet up with Paul Rudd, who plays a seismologist stroke teacher at a high school. We also meet some of the new characters, some of the townsfolk. So the cast consists of Carrie Coon, who plays the mum. We have Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things. He's the eldest son. We also have McKenna Grace, who's the 12-year-old nerdy scientist kid, who I must admit plays it brilliantly. We also meet some other characters as well, including a kid called Podcast. That's right, he's called Podcast. So the film itself is about 2 hours long. I must admit the first half hour to 45 minutes was a bit slow. It was character building, introducing us to all these new characters, the situation, the location where they are, and a bit of backstory. But after that first 45 minutes, it really kicks in, and the last part of the film is really thrilling. There's some great action scenes in the film, including what you see in the trailer with the Ecto-1 and the gunner seat, and that is a brilliant scene driving around this small town. The film does feel Stranger Things, and that's a good thing because it needs to connect the audience with the 80s, with the original film, and it actually does have an 80s feel to it. It is a film for the fans. It has been done properly. It has been done with respect. It has been done lovingly. I'm not seeing any bad reviews about it. Everybody is loving it. And it is the proper Ghostbusters film that we deserved. I really enjoyed the musical score for the film. At times I did kind of feel it had a bit of a John Williams hint about it, but yeah, it was a great soundtrack. Special effects were fantastic. The CGI, I couldn't fault any of the CGI. Acting all round was fantastic. Paul Rudd was great. Finn Wolfhard was okay. He didn't really have a whole amount to do. This film is basically McKenna Grace's film, and she just shone in the entire film. And if they do decide to make another Ghostbusters film, or maybe turn this new franchise into a trilogy, then it's going to be really interesting watching this character grow, because I think there's more Ghostbusters there that we can see. As well as being an exciting film, it is emotional as well, and I have to say, the last half an hour, especially like the last 15 to 20 minutes, yeah, I cried. So me. Yeah, tears were running down my cheeks. It was really great. I love what they did, and it's just a fitting tribute to everybody that was involved in the film and to the fans as well. There were 2 end credit scenes. There was a mid-credit scene which was hilarious, and there was a post-credit scene as well, which kind of could lead it up to another film. Now, there weren't many people in our screening. We had a big screen, probably about 10 people in our screening, as it was a weekday, kind of like lunchtime, and all but like 2 of us had left. So before even the credits had came up, so nobody saw the 2 end credit scenes. So yeah, it's been a long wait for this film, but it was definitely worth it. And Jason Reitman did a fantastic job. Everybody involved did a fantastic job to give us a proper, true 3rd Ghostbusters film. Okay, so how would I rate Ghostbusters Afterlife on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm going to give it 9 out of 10 little marshmallows. Yes, 9 out of 10. Absolutely love this film. This is definitely right up the top there in my films of the year, possibly in the top 3. It's going to be a tricky top 3 for me, I think, by the time by the time the end of the year comes, but it's like next month. I really had a great time with it. I want to see it again. My dad had a good time. He didn't moan one bit, so he really enjoyed it. And like I said, he even agreed when we were in Toby Carvery afterwards. It took a bit of time to get going, so it took the first half an hour to 45 minutes to really kick in. But that first half hour to 45 minutes wasn't boring. It was just character building and introducing us to everybody. But yeah, that is my review of Ghostbusters Afterlife. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like it by giving us some thumbs up. Blah, 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 blah. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. And Alexa, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
That is true.